This is our dear friend Marty Jenkins, who's been a wonderful friend, supporter of our community, who's also attended a class here we held on Introduction to Islam. Marty, what is your experience of being in this community, in particular this mosque that we had here, and what does it mean to you when you saw what happened and heard the news?
Well, going back to my connection to the mosque, it really started at 9/11 when I realized that the Muslim community was going to be terribly hurt by this, and I reached out. And over the last 10 years, it's actually 10 years since I met a FOF doing a Habitat for Humanity work day. And since all of that time, I've had the privilege of really getting to know firsthand. I sort of wondered myself, I didn't know, but I decided that I was going to find out. And I was going to find out firsthand. I wasn't going to listen to what other people said, but I was going to connect. So over those 10 years, I have had the privilege of becoming very close to this Islamic society and the people of it. And in truth, in many ways, I'm closer than to my own religious community. I'm an interfaither first. And so the whole thing of bringing people together and overcoming things that separate us has been very important to me. And it's been an incredible experience of becoming close, going to weddings of my Muslim friends, to going to their graduations, to supporting them to go to Washington. This has been one of the most fulfilling experiences of my life. And on the track as the new mosque is going to be built, I'm going to bring together the interfaith community to help build that mosque. And we're going to do Habitat for Humanity style work days. And the interfaith community is going to come together to support the mosque. It's amazing now what's happening in the support that is coming. I got notified of this by Mukhtar in the middle of the night a couple nights ago, and I was just compelled to come. I mean, it was a force, and I came, and I was here at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was still spewing smoke, and I was amongst those that were so concerned relative to, you know, where was the mosque being attacked? Was it an incendiary device? And it was such a great experience to learn that it really started on the other side, and that it had nothing to do with the mosque. As it turned out, that was a particularly good time in the night, and I talked to the fire captain and asked if I could see in, and they escorted me into this not burned out, I'm sorry, wrong word. There was no fire that came into here, but the smoke damage and the water damage was overwhelming, and I choked. But I was so appreciative of being able to then communicate to the media, where all of these articles were going on and comments and, oh yes, it must be the Muslim, that I could speak firsthand and talk about that this had nothing to do with the Islamic Society. And I signed my name to those because I thought that, and I think, and I hope that calmed down the LA Times and the News Hawk and the Ed Hat and all who were speculating. And it was important to be able to cut that off as soon as we can. Since then, it's been my pleasure to communicate, shoot pictures, come back, meet, and I continue to be drawn. I've had the privilege of being one of those who have donated to this cause. And it's really important to me. And the opportunity that we have to be the model here in Santa Barbara, the model of how the Islamic community, the Jewish community, the Christian, all of the communities can come together to do an interfaith thing. This Saturday night at my church, we're going to have an interfaith event. And Yama is already on the program, as is Rabbi Cohen, and it's going to be a special evening with one of our people, an evening with Doug Miller. So this is, there's few things that I feel so deeply about, and I can speak so firsthand about what incredible people that are a part of this Muslim community. And so I'm pleased to have the opportunity to share that with whoever is interested. And I wish the Islamic Society, and maybe there's something special that's really going to happen out of this adversity. And I hope and pray so. Thank you.